Welcome to AwesomeBatteries.com. This is the Skunkworks Lithium 51.2 volt 105 amp hour lithium golf cart battery installation video in a Club Car Precedent. Skunkworks Lithium is the only lithium golf cart battery fully assembled in the United States. This video will show you how to go from your old lead acid batteries to one single Skunkworks Lithium golf cart battery. So stick around and we'll jump right into it. I'll quickly unbox the Skunkworks Lithium battery and installation kit. This is the 51.2 volt 105 amp hour lithium golf cart battery by Skunkworks Lithium. This high performance lithium golf cart battery will fit into each of the Club Car Precedent, Onward, and Tempo models with absolutely no battery tray modifications. The installation kit includes an onboard charger that has a built-in charger interlock. Skunkworks does provide an AC port to replace your old charge receptacle, and the AC port cover plate is made for the Precedent trim panel. This is Skunkworks' CAN bus communicating state of charge meter and wiring harness. This highly accurate state of charge meter looks amazing and provides all of the necessary battery information at a quick glance. As always, make sure the vehicle's key switch is in the off position, directional switch is in neutral, and the run tow switch is in tow mode. Go ahead and remove the lead acid batteries and clean the battery compartment. Use your Phillips head screwdriver to remove the 3 screws on the back of the charge receptacle. This will allow you to pull the charge receptacle out of the housing. Now trace the old charge receptacle wires back to the controller panel. Use your T30 to remove the top mounting screw and then pull the panel out to expose the solenoid and controller. If your vehicle is 2013 or older, you will have an onboard computer or OBC. If your vehicle is 2014 or newer, it will not have an OBC. For older Precedents that have an OBC, disconnect the gray charge receptacle wire. The charge receptacle ground wire, you can go ahead and cut or unplug this wire. The main negative battery cable runs through the OBC. We will be replacing both main battery cables, so go ahead and use your 13mm to remove the ground cable from the controller's B negative terminal, and go ahead and cut the other ground wire that forks off to the OBC. Disconnect the yellow bullet connection, which is the ground for the light harness. Cut the original main negative cable and pull it through the OBC. Use a 13mm to remove the main positive battery cable from the battery side of the solenoid. At this point, you can go ahead and remove the old charge receptacle. Now unplug the vehicle's main wiring harness from the OBC at this connection. Cut the 6 wires close to the OBC. We are going to connect the charger's interlock wire to the blue wire on the vehicle's main wiring harness and plug the connection back into the main harness. Secure the new main negative battery cable to the B negative controller terminal. Then secure the new main positive cable to the battery side of the solenoid. Make sure to secure the pink wire to the solenoid's main post as well. Double check all connections, route the main cables into the battery compartment, and then you can close the controller and solenoid access panel. For newer Club Car Precedent, Onward, and Tempo models, you will delete the charge receptacle by unplugging the blue wire's bullet connection. Disconnect the black wire from the controller's B negative terminal and the positive wire from the battery side of the solenoid. Discard the charge receptacle. We are going to connect the charger's interlock wire to the blue wire on the vehicle's main wiring harness. Install the new B negative cable at the controller's B negative terminal and secure the new B positive cable to the battery side of the solenoid along with the pink run tow switch wire. Using a flat object, pry the old charge receptacle cover out of place. Remove these 4 T30 screws that hold the shell down. Remove 4 T40 screws that secure the side trim pieces and remove the floor mat. Underneath the mat, there are 3 T40 screws that hold the front trim panel in place. Go ahead and remove the front trim panel. Next, use a Phillips head to remove the 3 charge receptacle mounting screws, then discard the receptacle. Go ahead and drop the dash panel by removing the 2 side T30 screws and the T15 on top. Put the AC port cover plate in place and secure it down with the provided screws. Insert the AC port and secure it to the cover plate. Go ahead and set it aside until we put everything back together. Next, we will install the battery state of charge meter on the dash. Start by routing the state of charge meter wiring harness. Leave the battery side of the wiring harness inside the battery compartment with a little slack. Then route the meter side up to the dash area along with the existing wiring harnesses. You can use a 2 1/16 inch hole saw to create a perfect hole in your dash panel. I used a 2 1/16 inch mounting bracket and created a hole behind it so I could route the wiring harness through. Slide the state of charge meter in and plug in the wiring harness connections. You won't get them wrong, they only go one way. Use the U-bracket and 7mm nuts to secure the state of charge meter. Use self-tapping screws to secure the onboard charger anywhere on the driver's side of the battery compartment. These are the positive and negative wires that feed the lights, or on newer Onward and Tempo models, this will feed the OEM 48 to 12 volt reducer. Precedents will not have an OEM reducer. This Club Car Precedent customer already had a 12 volt reducer installed on the vehicle, so we're going to make sure the positive and negative input wires get 48 volts from the battery, and we're going to hook the 12 volt output wires up to our light wiring harness. Newer Onward and Tempo models have an OEM 12 volt reducer, which is a small box located above the passenger front tire or right in the middle of the frame behind the front end suspension. These wires coming out of the harness in the battery compartment are the 48 volt supply for the OEM 48 to 12 volt reducer. You will secure these 2 wires directly to the battery's terminals. Set the battery in the battery compartment and find a good flat spot. Go ahead and mark your mounting hardware holes, then pull the battery out. Drill the mounting holes with an appropriately sized drill bit. You may need to use a drill bit and widen the mounting holes on the battery. Then reinsert the battery and insert your mounting hardware. You will need to go underneath the vehicle and trim away any foreign plastic on the bottom side of the battery compartment so you can secure the washers and nuts on the mounting hardware. Using help, tighten the mounting hardware, and once it's all tight, the battery is extremely secure. Starting with the positive side and going smallest to largest touching the battery's terminals. The smallest item is the 48 volt supply for the voltage reducer. Next is the onboard charger positive cable, and the last item is the newly replaced main positive cable. Once you have everything to the terminal, tighten to 10 foot-pounds using a torque wrench. Same thing on the negative side. First is the ground wire for the 48 volt reducer, followed by the black onboard charger output wire, and finally your new B negative cable. Use your torque wrench to tighten the terminal hardware to 10 foot-pounds. Put the terminal covers in place to prevent cross-terminal arcing. And the last thing you're going to do is plug the state of charge meter wiring harness into the battery. At this point, go ahead and do your wire management, make your installation look good. Put your dash panel, floor mat, and all your trim pieces back together. Plug in the onboard charger's input into the back of the charge receptacle. Long press the battery's on-off button to turn the battery on. You will hear the battery beep and the state of charge meter will come to life. The battery will ship out around 50% state of charge, and it is highly recommended to run a complete charge cycle before using the battery. Use a heavy-duty extension cord and plug it into the charge receptacle. The onboard charger will activate, run a complete charge cycle, and shut off when finished. While you're waiting for your battery to charge, go ahead and download the Ant BMS mobile application on Android or iOS. to monitor your battery's health. Okay guys, that's it for the Skunkworks Lithium 51.2 volt 105 amp hour lithium golf cart battery installation video in a Club Car Precedent. I hope this video helped and answered all of your questions. Skunkworks Lithium is one of the most reputable brands in the golf cart battery industry. The battery is the only battery 100% assembled in the USA. Most importantly, Skunkworks is backed by a US-based warranty. I've provided a link to the Skunkworks Lithium warranty page in this video's description. AwesomeBatteries.com is proud to be an official online retailer for Skunkworks Lithium products. We offer the lowest listed online price with fast and free shipping. You can find the link to purchase this battery in the video's description. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. We appreciate your time and we hope you have an awesome day.